Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious minded people in extremely serious times. Historically, in the last 7,000 years, what we call recorded history, we have never gone through an experience like we're going through right now. We literally are at the point where we can destroy all of humanity. That has never been the place before. Yes, of course, we've had solar flares, we've had earthquakes, we've had asteroids, we've had things that wiped out a majority of life. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about our ability to impact ourselves negatively. Never has there been a case of that. And because of that one realization, it changes everything. Absolutely changes everything, and we are dealing with that very idea on a day-to-day basis, and it is disconcerting. So the best way to deal with any kind of disconcerting anything is to confront it head on, and that's what we do here in this tarot. Tarot, I've done tarot for over 20 years, is the science of potential. It's individualized. I have never in my 20 plus years ever seen anybody predict with any kind of accuracy, any kind of consistency, anything off of tarot. It's not intended for that. Tarot is intended to see if you match to a particular frequency, the frequency presented in the cards. Since everything is energy, cards have the capacity to show frequency, to show energy. Question is, do you resonate or not? And you can't make it fit. It's like love, it's like friendship. You can't make it fit. Either it is or it isn't. Most of the time, with most of the readings, and this applies, by the way, to numerological readings and astrology readings. I've done numerology and astrology for over 50 years. Most of the time when you do any one of these kinds of readings, you really kind of connect with 10%. So if you got 100 people, 10 of them. And that's a pretty good read. If you have 10 people, it's one. That's the best that you can do. And it's not surprising. I mean, we have so many people, so many different variations of personalities and character and stuff like that. It's not surprising. We all operate at a slightly different frequency. That's why, for example, in your family, if you have brothers and sisters, you're not the same. You're all different. Why? You came from the same family. You should be the same, right? No, it's frequency. People who are into astrology believe at your birth you are imprinted with a certain frequency that is kind of your destiny. And you work within that context. And within that context, much of what happens to us in life is either luck or misfortune. It's fate, it's destiny. Now, that's not to say that you're a victim. That's not the case at all. And that's where I go to tarot. Tarot says, here is the frequency. Do you resonate? If you do, take advantage. If you don't worry about it. Keep stepping up to the plate, taking your swings, and eventually you're going to hit one out of the park. Same thing here. If this reading today does not resonate with you, don't worry about it. I do a brand new read every day, 365, no matter. So you and I can maybe find the frequency tomorrow or next week, next month. Doesn't make any difference. Eventually it's going to get there. When it does, green light all the way, go. Don't hesitate. Because hesitation is also a response. Sometimes it's good to hesitate. Take a breath, take a look. But if you resonate with the frequency, just take off, go in faith, go in fate, and see where it takes you. You may be surprised at the ride. But that's why I like tarot. It is the science of potential. Very, very important. So, today we look at the middle card up on the screen. I keep, by the way, the readings very, very condensed, very tight, very focused, because that's what it takes to create the pictures in your head, not on some damn smartphone or computer screen or something. I want you to create the pictures in your head. That's why this is all you're getting up here. I want you can close your eyes and meditate. That makes it even better. I'm trying to get you to connect to your subconscious. And so you don't need more distraction. God knows we have enough of that already. So let's go. Middle card is the Oracle card. It is not a tarot card, but it sets the mood for the reading, and it says exchange gifts. Now, normally, if you were to read that, you'd figure, okay, kind of like Christmas, birthday presents, somebody gives you a gift, you go, oh, well, that's nice. And then when they leave, you go, oh, God, what a piece of crap. Or you find out it doesn't fit. Something is wrong. So you go back and can I exchange this for something else? We're not talking about that kind of exchange. We're talking about taking what you believe now and choosing something else. Something better. If you're in the frequency, it'll be something better. There's no doubt about it. So in essence, that's what we're talking about now. And the numbers up in the right-hand corner are 2 and 7. 2 is always decision. 7 has kind of a mental or spiritual, kind of an ethereal quality to it. And the 2 and 7 together equal a 9. That means wrapping up, finishing up, completion. So there's a part of your life right now that is coming to completion. You know it, you sense it, you feel it. Probably been coming on for a little while. And so it is time to exchange what you've been doing now for something new. Of course, going to something new, something different is always scary, but that's not the point. The point is you have to step out in faith, step into your fate, see where it takes you. That takes me to the meme today, which says, thoughts and concepts don't go away easily. We keep nurturing them on a daily basis. It's our comfort level. Even if it hurts us, even if it works against us, doesn't make any difference. This is what I'm used to. I get kicked in the face every day. I'm used to it. It's not a big deal. It hurts. I'm used to it. This is an opportunity for you to take part in the great trade back, if you will. To say, look, I've done this, I felt this, I thought this, I believe this, but I got to move on. Got to move on. And that takes me to the astrology part. I like to do this. I like to throw in the astrology because astrology is a science of cycles. And it is predictive where tarot is not. Tarot is focused on the individual, the frequency, that kind of thing. Astrology and numerology, cycles. And if you know the cycles, you can kind of figure out what's coming. Take, for example, we're going to do the Pluto-Neptune cycle. Every 500 years, Pluto and Neptune meet up in exactly the same sign at exactly the same degree. They touch. So, let's go back 500 years. Okay, we're in the year 2025. Let's take us back 500 years. That would take us back, what, to 1425, something like that? Okay, no, it'd be 1525. My math is right. Good. Ran out of fingers and toes, so it was a little difficult there for a moment. Okay, so we're back to 1525. Pluto and Neptune are then where they are right now. Okay? In that time period, 1525, there were a couple of things that stand out that effectively changed our view of the world. First happened in 1492, also spilled into 1493 and beyond. 1492, Columbus came here to what they called the New World. He landed somewhere near Haiti. The people were very welcoming. In fact, his ship, the Santa Maria, was destroyed on a reef. They saved his life. They were very welcoming, very supportive, and he saw that he could take advantage of them. He also saw that they were a wealthy nation without them even knowing. Literally, pieces of silver lay on the beach open. Nobody cared. I mean, it wasn't important to them. Columbus tried to get them to gather up all the silver and give it to them. They refused, and that's where the shit hit the fan. He was merciless. Cut off both hands, the tips of their nose. People who could get away got away. These were people who saved him from drowning. These were the people who fed him. These were the people who treated him as equal. And this is what he did. Well, at that point, he got back on one of the other two ships, went back to Spain, told Queen Isabella, look, we can take this whole place. Just give me 100 or 200 men with sharp swords. We'll grab it. That's what she did. She was very excited about it. So was By the way, Columbus, because he thought that he was going to be a rich man. And what happened was the complete destruction of that group of people. And I think by looking at the spelling, I think it was what we call Haiti today. So that changed our worldview. We now became the mercenary conquerors of the New World. So we go from there to 1513. Just back a little bit. At 1513, an admiral of the Persian Navy, a guy by the name of Piri Reis, he found a map. Now, he never claimed to have drawn the map. He said he put it together after doing some serious study. A lot of the material, he said, came from the Library at Alexandria. That was destroyed long ago. But he was able to get parts and pieces, put them all together, and he drew a map of the world. Fascinating, because what he showed was the continents drawn in the correct proportion, drawn essentially correctly as we see them today, and more importantly, he drew the Antarctic, the South Pole, as a landmass, not an ice cube. Turns out he was right. We didn't know that till the 1950s when we had radar, but there is land under 2 miles of ice, and it is drawn just the way the Piri Reis map drew it. How the hell did he know? Didn't make any difference. Those were the two items that changed the order of our world. Literally, they were at the beginning of a new world order. The first was conquering North, Central, South America. The second gave us a view of our globe, our planet that we've never had, wouldn't appreciate until the 1950s. But this changed everything. Now, let's get to the 2025 version. You see the same kind of energy? We're seeing things we haven't seen ever. We are doing things we haven't done. We're understanding things we haven't done. We're uncovering things we haven't uncovered. It's the great trade back, exchanging gifts. No, I don't want to be like this anymore. I want to be different. I want to be better. That's the possibility. That's the potential, and it's shown in the cards. Let's go. All the way to the left, Four of Swords. Swords are thoughts, ideas, beliefs. Four of Swords talks about recuperation, retreat, a time out. That's really what we're doing right now. Everybody is having a chance to look at the world, much like people did when they looked at the Piri Reis map back in 1513. Wow, I can't believe it. Really, this is the way it is. Wow. And we're also uncovering people like Columbus, who will destroy everything and everybody just to get rich and powerful. We're seeing this for the first time, clearly, and it's disturbing. So the Four of Swords says, lay down, take a nap. Not literally, but calm your mind so that you can see the picture. And in fact, right now, we have Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde coming up in about a week. This is the perfect time to step back. Retrogrades are a perfect time to step back and reevaluate. What am I really looking at? What am I really feeling? What am I really seeing? What you're going to see is the next card. It is the Five of Cups in reverse. You're feeling it now, just like this guy in the Five of Cups is feeling it. He's feeling alone, emotionally disconnected. Because the Five of Cups talks about loss, regret, living in the past. All the stuff that we have been told has been largely a lie. Just like that Piri Reis map in 1513. They didn't, again, fully appreciate it, not till we got to the 1950s. But what he did then showed us what the world was really like. That's the view we're getting now. So at this point, we move on to the next card. It is the Knight of Wands. Wands are positivity, excitement, joy, enthusiasm. Knights always bring gifts. The Knight will bring confidence, courage, passion. But it's in reverse. You don't have that in your life, but you want it. You need it. That's the gift exchange, the great trade back. Now you told me these things were important. I realize now I see the world just like Piri Reis's map. I see the world for what it is. I don't like it. I want to pick something else. You haven't done it yet. That's what the reverse Knight of Wands is all about, but you're thinking about it. And you realize the final card, the Chariot card, is the way that you're going to have to go. Chariot talks about direction, talks about willpower, focus, self-control. And that goes back to the first card, the Four of Swords. Remember, we were talking about rest, recuperation. You need time to review what you believe, why you believe it. Are you going to look at the Piri Reis map and go, that's bullshit, I don't believe that? Or are you going to open up your mind and go, I think I need to redraw my world view. The great trade back, exchanging gifts. Now, I don't want what you gave me or made available to me anymore. I want something that I choose. That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Tao manifested reading. Hope you're here with me. Here every day, like I say. In any event, between now and the next time you and I do this together, peace and blessings.